If you're still deleting duplicates by hand, you're paying a time tax every time new data arrives. The better goal is simple. Set up one repeatable Power Query flow that cleans and matches your lists on refresh. That means duplicates get removed the same way every time. And matching happens consistently, even when names are messy or IDs are missing. The key is to stop thinking in clicks and start thinking in rules. Power Query is basically a recorder for data cleanup logic, but with more control than a macro. Once the steps are built, you just refresh and the output updates. In this walkthrough, you'll build a clean pipeline, standardize fields, define what duplicate means, pick the right keep rule, then match two tables using reliable keys. You'll also handle common edge cases like extra spaces, inconsistent casing, and partial matches. The end result is a refreshable dataset you can trust for reporting and downstream analysis. Next step. Before touching Power Query, you need one decision. What counts as a duplicate in your business context? Sometimes it's a perfect row match. More often it's same customer, same date, or same email, even if other columns differ. If you skip this step, you'll remove the wrong records and not notice until later. So define your duplicate key. It can be one column, like invoice number, or a combination, like customer ID plus order date. Next, decide what you want to keep. Do you keep the newest record, the oldest, or the one with the most complete fields? Power Query can do all three, but you have to be explicit. Also decide whether you want to remove duplicates within a single table or across two sources that overlap. Those are different problems. The good news is that once you define the rule, Power Query applies it the same way every refresh. That consistency is the real win. Less debate, fewer surprises, and cleaner reporting. Next step. Now think of your solution as 3 layers. Layer 1 is ingestion, getting data from Excel tables, CSV files, folders, or databases. Layer 2 is standardization, making columns comparable so duplicates and matches actually work. Layer 3 is output, clean tables you load to Excel, the data model, or another destination. This structure matters because most Power Query headaches come from mixing these layers. For example, doing matching before standardizing names creates false non-matches, or removing duplicates before fixing data types can keep the wrong record. In practical terms, you'll create one query per source, then create a reference query that does the cleaning steps, and finally a separate query that performs matching and produces the final output. That way, your raw imports stay intact. You can audit each layer, and when something changes, like a new column appears, you fix it in the right place without rewriting everything. This is how you build refreshable cleanup that survives real data changes. Next step. Standardization is where duplicate removal and matching become reliable. Start with text cleanup. Trim removes leading and trailing spaces. Clean removes non-printing characters that break comparisons. Then normalize casing. You don't have to force everything to uppercase, but you do need consistency if you'll compare text fields. Next, fix data types. Dates should be dates, not text. Numbers should be numbers, not mixed with symbols. Type mismatches are a silent cause of failed joins. After that, standardize formats. For phone numbers, remove punctuation. For emails, trim and lowercase. For IDs, pad leading zeros if your systems disagree. Finally, handle nulls. Decide whether blanks should be treated as missing or as meaningful values. This matters for deduping because 2 blank emails might look like duplicates when they're really unknown. The goal is not perfection. The goal is predictable comparisons. Once your standardization steps are built, they become the foundation for every refresh and every downstream match. Next step. Let's remove duplicates inside one table first. The simplest case is when you have a clear key column like transaction ID. In Power Query, removing duplicates on that column keeps the first occurrence it encounters. That first is based on the current sort order, which means you should control the sort before deduping. If you want to keep the newest transaction, sort by transaction date descending, then remove duplicates by transaction ID. If you want to keep the earliest, sort ascending. If you want to keep the most complete row, you can create a completeness score, like counting non-null fields. Sort by that score, then dedupe. The big concept is this. Deduping is not just deletion, it's selection. You're selecting one representative record per key. Once you treat it that way, You stop fearing duplicates and start controlling them. And because Power Query records the steps, the selection rule stays consistent every time the source updates. Next step. Sometimes duplicates aren't exact. You might have the same customer repeated with small differences, like Acme Inc. versus Acme Incorporated. In those cases, you need a helper key. A helper key is a standardized version of the field you'll compare. For company names, you might lowercase, trim, remove punctuation, and optionally remove common suffixes like Inc. or Ltd. For addresses, you might normalize street to st. The trick is to keep the helper key focused. Don't over-normalize to the point where different entities collapse into one. Once you have the helper key, you can dedupe on it, or use it for matching later. Another approach is grouping. Group by the helper key, then inspect counts and decide rules for which record to keep. Grouping also lets you aggregate, like keeping the max date or combining notes. This is where Power Query becomes a data prep tool, not just a cleanup tool. You're shaping messy reality into consistent structure. Next step. Now let's talk matching, linking records between two tables. The cleanest method is a join on a unique key, like customer ID. If both tables have the same ID, you're done. But real life often gives you partial keys. One table has email, the other has name and phone, or one system stores IDs as text with leading zeros, and the other stores them as numbers. This is why standardization comes first. For matching, you'll typically start with your strongest key. Do a join on that key and keep the matched results. Then take the unmatched rows and try a second pass with a weaker key, like email. This multi-pass approach is safer than one fuzzy match that might create wrong links. Also decide the join type. Left join keeps all rows from your main table. Inner join keeps only matches. Anti-join is perfect for finding records missing in the other list. Matching is not just about connecting, it's also about detecting gaps and inconsistencies. Next step. A common matching task is building a master list from two overlapping sources, like CRM contacts and newsletter subscribers.
Here's a reliable pattern. First, standardize both tables to the same column names and types for the fields you care about. Second, append the tables into one combined table. Appending stacks rows. It doesn't match them. Third, create your duplicate key for the combined table like normalized email. Fourth, sort to control which source wins. For example, you might want CRM to override newsletter data, or you might prefer the most recently updated record. Add a priority column. Sort by priority and update date, then remove duplicates by the key. The result is one record per person, with a consistent winner rule. This pattern is powerful because it avoids complex joins when your goal is consolidation. And it's refreshable. New contacts flow in, the same priority logic runs, and your master list stays stable without manual merges. Next step. Sometimes you don't want to consolidate. You want to enrich one table with columns from another, like adding region and account owner to a transactions table. That's a classic merge. The important part is controlling cardinality, whether the match is one-to-one or one-to-many. If your lookup table has duplicates in its key, a merge can create repeated rows and inflate totals. So before merging, dedupe the lookup table on its key, using a clear keep rule. Then merge using a left join from transactions to the lookup. Expand only the columns you need. Keep it lean, because wide expansions can slow refresh. If you expect occasional missing matches, keep a status column. After the merge, add a simple flag like matched versus missing. That makes auditing easy and prevents silent data loss. Enrichment merges are where Power Query shines, because they turn scattered reference data into structured attributes, without formulas, without VLOOKUP chains, and without breaking when the dataset grows. Next step. When exact matching fails, you have two options: improve your keys or use fuzzy matching carefully. Improving keys often means creating a composite key. For example, combine normalized last name plus postal code, or combine product name plus package size. Composite keys reduce false matches, but they can increase false misses if either part is inconsistent. Fuzzy matching can help when spelling varies, but it introduces risk. If you use fuzzy, constrain it. Limit it to a subset, like within the same country or same domain. Set a similarity threshold that's conservative. And keep a review output. Rows that matched fuzzily should be easy to audit.
Another safer alternative is a mapping table. If you repeatedly see Acme Incorporated and Acme Inc., create a small two-column mapping that standardizes variance to one canonical value. Mapping tables are boring, but they're explainable and stable. The best matching systems are the ones you can defend when someone asks, "Why did these two records get linked?" Next step. Refreshable cleanup only works if you can trust it. So build in checks. One simple check is row counts at key stages: raw import count, post-dedupe count, post-merge count. Large unexpected changes are a signal to investigate. Another check is duplicate detection after your dedupe step. Group by your key and count rows. If any key still has more than one row, your rule didn't cover everything. For matching, track match rates. What percentage of rows found a match on the first pass, second pass, or not at all? That tells you whether your keys are improving or degrading over time. Also watch for type drift, especially with dates and IDs. If a source changes format, Power Query might interpret columns differently. Finally, keep an exceptions table. Unmatched records and suspicious duplicates should be loaded as a separate output, so you can fix upstream data or update your mapping table. A good system doesn't hide problems, it surfaces them early. Next step. Let's make this practical with a repeatable build order you can follow on any dataset. First, create a query for each source and do only minimal steps there, like promoting headers and setting types. Second, create reference queries for cleaning. Trim, clean, normalize helper keys. Third, create a deduped version of any lookup tables, because merges depend on unique keys. Fourth, build your matching logic. First pass merge on the strongest key, then a second pass for the leftovers if needed. Fifth, produce final outputs, a clean main table, a master list if you need consolidation, and an exceptions table for anything that didn't match. Last, name your steps clearly. Future you will thank you. This build order keeps things modular. You can swap in a new source, adjust a key, or change the keep rule without breaking the whole pipeline. That's the difference between a one-off cleanup and an actual refreshable system. Next step. A few common pitfalls are worth calling out so you can avoid them. First, removing duplicates without sorting is basically random selection. It might look fine until a refresh changes row order. Second, joining on dirty keys creates phantom mismatches. A single trailing space can break thousands of links. Third, merging with a non-unique lookup key can duplicate your fact table and quietly inflate totals. Fourth, relying on fuzzy matching as your primary method can create confident-looking wrong matches. It's better as a last-mile tool with review. Fifth, loading everything everywhere can slow refresh and make debugging harder. Load only final outputs, and keep staging queries as connection-only when possible. If you treat Power Query like a small data pipeline, it behaves like one. Clear stages, clear rules, and clear outputs. That's how you get to refresh and trust instead of refresh and panic. Next step. To wrap it up, the real upgrade here is not a clever dedupe button. It's a mindset shift. You're turning manual cleanup into a documented set of rules. Standardize, dedupe with intent, match and controlled passes, and surface exceptions. Once that's built, refresh becomes routine. If you want to apply this immediately, pick one recurring pain point, like a weekly export with duplicates, and build the 3-layer flow with an exceptions output. You'll feel the difference on the next refresh. If you want, I can also provide a template structure you can reuse, with common helper key steps and a 2-pass matching pattern. For now, I'm curious. Do you struggle more with duplicates inside one table or mismatches between two tables, A or B? And if this workflow helped you think about Power Query as a system, not a one-off fix, subscribe for more practical, refreshable data prep patterns. I'm always testing new ways to work smarter. Subscribe to see what workflow I'm breaking down next.